Okay, so hi. In the last video, we made this wreath. We made a flower wreath, and we're going to make an insert for it. We've made a lot of projects, and some of them were characters we've worked on, like Honey Bear. This is from Honey Bear on a Boat. That was from, I don't know how many videos ago. He looks really, really cute in there, I think. And I've heard from other people who thinks he looks cute in there too. But I want to take Jimmy and having him hold Honey Bear. Jimmy, in my mind, in the story that I've built, is an only child, and he spends most of his time alone. This is how he dreams up his stories. He spends them alone with Honey Bear and Bugsy, are his best friends. Bugsy is his dog, and then Bugsy turns into a character in the stories. But he's also got Honey Bear, who's his pal. Just like my Scooter, my bear who's sitting right in front of me, was my pal growing up. So I want to have Jimmy holding Honey Bear. So I want to make an insert of the two of them for this, but you can do whatever you like. So I'm measuring out how wide this wreath is. I've already kind of started drawing it out. Here's two lines showing how wide the wreath is. These two darker lines are telling me how wide the wreath is. But I can go a little bit further out if I want to. I'm not going to really worry too much. We don't worry about anything too much till we get there, and then there's a problem of some sort. Yeah, that's going to work out just fine. And then the height, they can go pretty high up. They can go as high as the top of the wreath. I don't want to block much, but I'm going to make it about half the size of a sheet of paper. So if you take your scrap paper, or what you're going to be drawing on, and fold it in half, it's going to be half that sheet. And that should do it for height. Okay? So you go ahead and fold your paper and draw your lines. Figure out how wide this is going to be. I'm going to drink some tea. And once again, I didn't really plan this out. So we're just going to go ahead and give it a go. I'm going to start with Jimmy's head. Let's see. It's a pretty good gauge. Okay. I'm going to start with Jimmy's head, which is just a circle. We can make his head a little big. It's just going to be a circle. And Honey Bear is going to be a little bit smaller, like, well, about the same size he can be. Like I said, I didn't really think this through, so we're going to, ooh, sorry, lamp. We're going to see how we do. Then let's make, we're going to have Jimmy tilted just a little bit. So let's draw that facial line. That line that tells us where his nose is going to be, that he's going to be tilted down just a little bit. Okay? You see how off-center he is? There's the circle. That would be the center. I know, Kitty. Yeah, yes. Yes. There's the center, but his head's going to be tilted down, so I'm drawing a line like this, and that's going to help me establish where his nose is going to be, which is roughly there. But we'll have that laid out. Kitty's mad. He wants to go outdoors, and I won't let him go outdoors. So he's having a fit. Oh my God, I'm so distracted. So his face is going to be tilting that way. So I put the line for the nose right about there in an oval shape. Okay? That's going to tell us where the mouth is going to be and the nose is going to be. We've done it in several videos now. We're going to do it again in this one. We're going to, in Honey Bear's face, he's going to be looking up at Jimmy. So we're going to have the axis, or the center of his face, the line for it, a little bit over from the center, and the center of that circle is right about there. So it's a little bit over from the center, but looking up. So there's Jimmy, there's Honey Bear. Jimmy, Honey Bear. This line, you see, I mean this oval, you see how it's turned? We're going to have Jimmy's ear here. This will be one of his cheeks. This will be part of his cheek. That will be the other cheek. It'll become clearer in a little bit. I'm going to erase those center circles. This other circle right here is Honey Bear's snout. We're going to draw his eye, so we have a pretty good idea. We can draw both of his eyes. Okay, I think maybe a little bit lower. Let me work this out just for a sec. Doody-doo. Yeah. So we've got his eyes. See how this eye is a little bit closer to that line? It gives it a little perspective. His left eye is over here. His nose is going to be up close to the top of the circle, to the inside circle on his snout. Okay? So his right eye, his left eye, his snout. See how it's right? See where the center line is? Okay. Let's draw his ears. And his ears kind of go, his eyes tell us actually where his ears are going to go. And his ears come to this, either side of his ears, almost frame his eye. You see what I've done? The eyes tell me where the placement of the ear is going to be. Oh God, I hope I'm being clear tonight. Just gonna keep doing my best. Okay. We're gonna work on Jimmy. Jimmy is a little bit harder. I know I find him intimidating. His nose is basically a rectangle. See how it's inside the oval? His eye is going to be pretty close down. It almost touches that oval. There's his right eye and his left eye. Right eye, left eye, a rectangle nose. Ugh. This is not a good stage. Nothing ever looks good at this stage. We're just drawing lines to give us an idea where everything is going to be. His mouth is pretty close to his nose, but not quite touching. And don't forget there'll be another oval right there for his lips, because he has full lips. Let's put the ear in. And the ear, nope, that's too far away. His eye, sorry, his right eye is out a little too far, I think. Yeah, it's too small. Yeah, it was too small. Okay, so his ear is going to be almost to the top of his eye and almost to the bottom of his nose. That's how you measure it in real life. Bottom of the nose, top of the eye. Top of the ear is to the top of the eye, bottom of the ear, bottom of the nose. I'm going to do the back of his head, and I'm taking that circle and I'm changing the actual shape of it, because he doesn't have a big fat bulbous head. And I always end up doing this, shortening his chin. So I bring the line up just a little bit on his chin, and his mouth too far over. We're just going to correct and correct and correct. I don't want you to trip too much. I don't want you to get upset or frustrated, because in art there's always a lot of changing. Remember, we've got to do this in pen, and it'll look fine when we get done. So the circle was out here. I brought the back of his head in. This was the circle. That was the original circle. I brought the back of his head in. I brought the front of his head in just a little bit. I lifted his chin up because I made it too big, too long. See? There's his ear with the top of the eye, the bottom of the nose, and then the mouth. Whoop! Dropped my pencil. All right, let's see about this. What are we going to do? Well, he has a neck, and that's just 2 lines coming down. The 2 lines coming down to his t-shirt. How do we want to draw his arms? The last one, I was thinking about him holding Honey Bear. Let me work this out. Nothing like working it out on the fly. First, you know what? Let's figure out Honey Bear first. That circle is going to be sitting on top of like a rectangle shape. Okay? A rectangle shape. Okay? The circle for his head. Jimmy's hand will be an oval on his neck and shoulder. It's just going to be an oval right now. Okay? Let's draw him holding Honey Bear. So we're going to bring, there's his shoulder. There's his shoulder, it's just a curved line. There's his sleeve, it's a straight line. And his arm will come down. There's his elbow, and it'll come down like this. And there's his other hand. Okay? So we've got his shoulder, his sleeve, his arm coming down to an elbow, and then a line out to a circle, and that's his hand. I think I'm going to lift his collar up a little bit, higher on his neck, so it looks like his arm is headed this way. Maybe going down a little bit. I'm going to give Honey Bear some arms. So Honey Bear, his right arm will be one line down like this, one line coming down this way, another line coming out this way. And then his left arm can kind of be hanging down a little bit. But maybe we can make this, so it looks like Honey Bear's arm is bent and he's holding on to the wreath. So why don't we make a straight line down like that? That's his right arm, left arm, to a paw. So he's just going to have a circle for a paw, similar to these. Not complicated at all, okay? All right. And then Jimmy's going to have his curly hair. I hope that's been reasonably clear. I'm not certain it was, but okay. Let's finish, sorry, I forgot. Let's finish making his right arm, which is just, we did the outside line, inside line, inside line. That's his forearm right there. And then his hand. We're not going to make all the fingers on the hand because that's going to get complicated. His hand is basically gone from, it's going to go from an oval to a square with almost a rectangle on top. Kind of looks like an acorn. So we're turning it into a square with a rectangle on top. Okay? Those will indicate his fingers. His thumb is just going to be a line coming off of this. We're making it as simple as possible. I'm going to give you a second. Okay. Let's grab our big fat pen and get this done. I think I want to pull in Jimmy's right eye. I'm going to pull in Jimmy's nose. I had it kind of too far over. Yeah, I like that better, I think. We'll see. All right, let's tackle his eye. His right eye, his left eye. Let's tackle his mouth. Which I did with a few dots, and then the dash. Pardon me. His ear, which is just going to be like a C. His cheek, which can basically be a line down. His chin is a line underneath. The right side of his neck, the left side of his neck, which actually could be skinnier. The left side of his forehead, coming down to his cheek. He looks a little weird right now, but he'll look better in a minute. The back of his head is kind of a curved line, slightly curved. And then the top of his head is Jimmy's signature curly hair. Okay? His curly hair. Let's draw his collar. Choop, on his t-shirt. Yeah, he could have had a skinnier neck. Wonder if I can fix that. And his shoulder. His right shoulder is a curve, coming down to his t-shirt sleeve. Yes. His arm. Down to the elbow. Down to the forearm. Down to the elbow. Down to the forearm. I'm going to draw his thumb first. That's all it has to be. That's all his thumb has to be. That's it. That little line. His hand, and we're not going to make it complicated. Whoop. But if you look, I took the rectangle, if you can see it, and I just kind of gave it, I went bump, 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 bump. Lines like that. Okay? A little bit wavy, so we indicate fingers. It's just a little bit wavy. Let's tackle Honey Bear's eyes. His left, which eye? His left eye. Now his right eye. His nose. The top of his head. We'll give him some hair tonight. And those are just little dots and dashes. His right ear. And his left ear. Okay? Jimmy's smile has, there we go. Let's finish that ear. The right side of Honey Bear's face. Thing. It's just a circle, so it's a curved line. The left side of Honey Bear's face, another curved line. A little bit of a neck, just a little bit. And his right shoulder. His right shoulder's going to come down to his right arm. You know what? Let me see something. No, we're not going to worry about that. Okay, so his right shoulder down to here, the inside of his right arm, right there. The right side of his chest and tummy. Yeah, that's it. It's just a line. It has a slight curve to it. Jimmy's right hand. You know what? Let's just stick with it being very, very simple. So it's basically like the combination of an oval and a rectangle. Very simple. We're not doing little bumps for fingers. That's it. He's just supporting Honey Bear. We're going to bring Honey Bear's arm down to another oval, which would be his paw. Right there. Okay. Maybe some little dots up on top under his neck. All right, let's grab our skinny pen. Oh no, I forgot. I'm sorry. His snout, which is that circle around, right around the nose. And we don't have to draw a big thick line going all the way around. We can do dots and dashes and some thick lines like that. Okay. Now let's pull out the skinny pen. Let's fill in their eyes because Jimmy is creeping me out. No, their eyes are just the lines. Just the lines. Or lines for Honey Bear for his eyes. Okay. Jimmy's nose. Not big, fat, thick lines. We're just doing an indication of a nose, and that's a rectangle again. Which I'm not sure I nailed this time, but it's okay. There's his nose. It's not solid lines. I've done some dots and dashes. His lips, once again, are nice and full, but we don't want to make them thick lines. Dots and dashes. There's Jimmy. Okay, did I forget anything? Oh, Honey Bear's nose. Let's put the lines in for Honey Bear's nose. There we go. Okay, let's erase and cut out and see how it looks with our flower wreath. Ready? Get your scissors. Let's go. Remember, we don't cut right on the line. We leave white. We leave some paper surrounding the black lines. I guess Kitty's given up on wanting to go outdoors since he stopped crying or meowing at me. I went out, whoops, more paper. There we go. I took the recycling out, and every time I go out the back door, he gets mad at me. He wants to go outside. But he's not an outdoors cat. Although, there was one day, a few months ago, I had an accident. I walked into a tree branch and almost took my right eye out. And I had to go to the hospital. And I thought I had the back door shut. But when I came home from the hospital, I noticed the back door, the back slider was open a little bit. And I'm looking at it, and I looked at my dog, I looked at Bugsy, my Bugsy, and he's looking at me, and he goes, I didn't do it, I did not do it. And all of a sudden, Kitty walks in the back door. And he just looked at me like, oh, you're home. Right, there we go. We probably could have drawn Jimmy's t-shirt and body, but it's okay. Let's just see where it fits in best. Oh, I found the perfect spot. I found the perfect spot. Let me see. There. Look at what we did. And we could add something else. We could add a banner if this were for a present for someone. We could draw a banner, and I'll show you very quickly. The banner would just go, no, we'll go this way. Banner would be curved line, like a ribbon, line at the end, like that. Curved line going in the other direction underneath, another curved line, like that. So curved line, line, curved line going in the other direction, curved line going this way, line. This is a ribbon, and that's where the ribbons would fold. Coming out like that. Another line just like it, up top, parallel, line, curved line, and then 2 lines like this. And that would be the end of the ribbon. Let me draw it very quickly. Once again, see how I'm not worried? Just drawing. This is just a project. I want to show you, if you were going to give this as a present, you wanted to add something special, you could make a little banner and glue that on. Or maybe it's for yourself to hang up. And you want to put your name in it, in the banner, or write my special friend. There. See how quick that was? It was quick and easy. So you could have Honey Bear and Jimmy, and then a banner down below that says, let's say, let me split this in half. I love U. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 letters. 1, 2, 3, 4. U. I know I'm working very fast now. I apologize. Whew. We'll do a writing project another day. Ooh, that did not turn out perfect, but it's okay. You get the idea. So let's say you wanted to give it as a gift. Just write, I love you. So you've got a couple of options there. Let me move the other thing. I'm not going to glue mine together because we might want to do some, use this somewhere else, use this somewhere else. But you go ahead and glue yours together if you like. But so that banner is an option. Maybe it's just a coloring project for yourself. But there we go. Okay. All right. Thanks for having fun with me today. I hope this went easily. I hope I didn't go too fast. And now I gotta think of the next one. I gotta think of the next project. Anyway, you take care. Ciao.